Hey everyone, it's Chrissy Vet from Chrissy Classified, and on today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my latest e.l.f. haul. Now, I bought all of these items at CVS, and let me tell you, bless CVS Extra Bucks, because everything that I'm going to show you today came out to a total of $32, and I only paid $8. It was so great. But I'm so excited to share all these items with you. There were only 2 items that I really did not like, and I probably will go back and return them to CVS, but everything else I completely adored, and I can't wait to use them more. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and get started. So I decided that I'm going to start off this video on a negative note so we can end on a positive, because I like positive notes. And the first item that I'm going to share with you is this sucker. It really is a sucker. I'm so disappointed in this product. I can't even begin to describe how disappointed I am. And from how disappointed I was in it and how much I talked bad about it, it left me with 3 little presents: Bob, Larry, and Joe. Now, I didn't want to buy an e.l.f. foundation, and I've tried their tinted moisturizers before and I wasn't a big fan of them. And I've been looking for new BB creams, so I was like, might as well try the e.l.f. one, you know, make it part of my haul. So this is the e.l.f. BB cream with SPF 20 sunscreen in the shade Fair. I had sampled a little bit of the medium one and it was way too orange and pink for me, so I went ahead and got the Fair one. I might as well have just gotten the medium. Because of the SPF 20 in this, it tends to widen the color within, so when I actually applied it to my face all over, it just made me look even more pale. And it's really thick. The moment that I applied this to my skin, I felt like I had something on my face, and normally that's never an issue with BB creams with me. They feel really lightweight. My skin feels like it's breathing. I felt like I suffocated my skin with this. And the worst part was that as I was doing the rest of my makeup, I could feel it getting oily. And in my head, I'm like, okay, you should have known. It has SPF 20 in it. Products with SPF 20 tend to be more on the oily side. But I had faith that maybe it would be okay. And at first I thought maybe it's the primer, maybe the primer's not working. So I tried it again the next day with no primer, just the BB cream. And no, I just ended the day looking like an oily mess. It just felt so gross on my face, and like I said, it left me with 3 little presents: Larry, Bob, and Joe. I had not broken out in such a long time, and this just made me break out. It was oily and I felt really gross on my skin, and this is gonna go back to CVS. So if you hear me saying that these products are going back to CVS, CVS has this policy where if you're not completely satisfied with any of their beauty products, you can go ahead and return them open or unopened, and they will dispose of the ones that are open and restock the ones that you haven't used at all. So thanks, CVS. I'm about to go return some products to you. So the next on my disappointment list is this baby right here. This is the e.l.f. Waterproof Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. This is what the wand looks like. Now, what I found most disappointing about this product was that I felt like it did nothing at all for my lashes. Now, I have really long lashes, and so when I use a good mascara, the ends of my eyelashes tend to touch the bottom of my brow, and that's how I know I found a really good lengthening mascara. This left them short and stubby, and the worst part of it all was my lashes kept sticking together and I looked like I had freaking spider webs all up in my eyes. I was not happy. Like, I was doing my makeup and I kept finding myself making weird faces trying to like unstick my lashes. This is just a 0. Just it's gonna hang out there with the BB cream because those are going nowhere near my vanity. So now that we got the 2 disappointments out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about my favorites. 2 of the items that I'm going to share weren't originally part of this haul, but I thought I'd go ahead and, I can't say haul. It sounds like I'm saying like a whole, like a, Anyways, two of these items aren't part of the haul, but I really, really love them. So I'm gonna share them, and they're also e.l.f. products. So I thought, why not? So let's start off with talking with the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer, which is this baby right here, and it is in the shade Radiant Glow. I really like it. It comes with a cute little pump. Now, what I really like about this primer is the moment you put it on your face, it feels like you have nothing on, and it smooths out and evens out your skin so instantly and gives it a beautiful glow. Now, the actual primer itself has this little gold tint to it, and it has some shimmers in it. Let me go ahead and swatch a little bit on the back of my hand for you. So this is what it looks like. It goes on the skin really, really smoothly. I don't know if you can tell in the camera. It has a pretty gold tint to it, which I think went so well with the yellow undertones of my skin. And it has some shimmer in it that will make you look like a glowy fairy princess, and I completely loved it. Now, my biggest concern with this product was, are all those shimmers gonna peek through my foundation or my BB cream? And the answer is no. It just makes you look glowy and pretty, and I have some of it on my face right now underneath my Milani Conceal and Perfect. My Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation, which is my current favorite. And I just really like the way my face looks right now. It looks really glowy, really nice, and in the sunlight, it just looks so amazing. I'm in love with this primer, and I set this with my Urban Decay setting spray. A little trick if you have oily skin, if you set your primer, it'll hold your foundation even better without you getting oily throughout the day. But this is a definite 10. I will buy more of this when it finishes, and it kind of makes me want to try the rest of the primers that e.l.f. has. They have a hydrating one that evens out the skin tone, so I might have to add to my collection. The next two products that I'm going to talk about are my favorite of the entire haul. Now, Kathleen Lights raved about these two on one of her e.l.f. videos, and I was hesitant to buy them because, I don't know, $10 seems a little bit overpriced for e.l.f. products, but I think I would pay like $30 or $40 for these. Are the e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palettes. This one is the Naked palette. Each comes with 6 beautiful colors. In the Naked palette, we have a lot of brown, bronzy tones, more natural looking colors. This is the Sunset palette, which really looks like a beautiful sunset. The colors are so beautiful. This is my favorite one. The pigmentation on these is beyond amazing. Here is the swatches for the Naked palette. And here are the swatches for the Sunset palette. As you can see, both are so pigmented, so beautiful, and I can't even. I literally cannot stop ranting about these to people because they're so beautiful. They blend so well on the eye. Now, these work both ways. They work dry and they work wet. I tried them both ways, and they're everything. I highly recommend these. If you're looking for a good drugstore eyeshadow, get these babies. I believe they have 2 more. I believe there's 4 palettes. And I haven't seen those at CVS or at e.l.f., but I think you can find them on the website. So I'm gonna go spend another $20 on e.l.f. But these babies are also definite 10s. I really highly recommend these, especially if you're just starting out with eyeshadow and wanting to play around and not wanting to spend a lot of money. These are like, have really good high color pickup and pigmentation, like a Morphe palette. So it's like half the price, and definitely just try these. They're so beautiful. I love them. I literally want to open them again because they're so beautiful. I just want to keep looking at them. I was so happy to buy them. so ecstatic. I think the only downside I would say to those is they're all metallic shimmery colors. They have no plain matte colors, and it would have been really cool if there was at least two. But I have other palettes I can play around with and mix and match. But I think that would be the only little downside that I would say to it. I'm still giving them a 10 out of 10 because they are perfection. Yeah. So the next product from my haul is, it's not exactly one of my favorites, and I'm not like ecstatic about it, but I also don't hate it as much as the two that are now, you know, getting along down there. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Conceal and Highlighter. So it's this product right here, and it comes with two sides with two different brushes. This is the concealer, and on the other side we have the highlight, and the highlight's like literally white. Now both of these have a really watery consistency, which is why I'm not exactly ecstatic with them. I feel like in order for it to be a good concealer, it has to have a little bit of a thicker consistency so that it actually covers what it's trying to cover. And especially for my under eyes, I feel like this did nothing. It did brighten under my eyes a little bit. Like I put it on and I felt like it did look a little bit more awake. It just didn't really hide the bags under my eyes. And then the highlight, I was just terrified because it's like legitimately white. But I just added a little bit, not exactly under my eye, but just on the outer area of my face. And it did give a really pretty, like, nice glow. And I put that on and then immediately put on my powdered highlight. And I found, like, the highlight stuck a little bit better to it. And it did radiate a little bit more than when I applied it just by itself. So this product, on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be like a 4. It didn't really accomplish what it said it was going to. Like, it didn't really conceal. It didn't highlight all that well. But it did brighten my under eye a little. So I wonder what it would look like if I put on my concealer and then just put like a little bit of this on it and a little bit of the highlight side on my face, and see how that would work. See if it would brighten my eye even more. But I haven't fully given up on this. I feel like I'm going to try and see if I can make it work. If not, it's going to have to go back to CVS. But it wasn't a complete disappointment. I really liked how the highlight mixed in well with my powdered highlight. So I might just keep it for that part. And I don't know, maybe use the concealer on a more natural looking day. But yeah, it's like a 4 out of 10. But I'm not like utterly completely disappointed in it. It didn't make me break out anywhere in this area. I'm just going to keep playing with it. I don't want to give up on it yet. And that says a lot because those two are just... So I'm getting down to the final products of my haul, and I don't want to make this video way too long because I don't want to bore you guys. But the next product that I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. eyeshadow. The next product that I'm going to talk about is the e.l.f. eyebrow duo, which is these baby right here. And this, I can tell you right straight from the top, was a 10 out of 10. It made my brows look really nice, and the only thing that would give it like a minus 0.5 would be the little applicator that had come with it. It was literally this big and I could not work with it. I ended up just using an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush to do my brows with it. So this is what this looks like. It has this cream darker color and a lighter powder color to set it. Now, I was really nervous about using this at first because I don't normally use cream products on my brow. Like, I'll do powder and maybe set it with like a gel wand, but most of the time I just use powder. Like my Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye and Brows Express Kit is my absolute favorite. Just give me some of that, a little bit of the wax, and I'm good to go, especially since I'm still learning and my brows, I just can't with my brows. It's no. But this made it just as easy. I think as soon as I get the complete hang of this, I will love it even more. I like how dark it left my brows in comparison to the Anastasia Beverly Hills powders that I use. But this is definitely a 10, and it was only, how much was this? This I think was like $3.39, or you could get this and something small like it for $6, like both for $6, which saved you like $1, but whatever, it's still worth it to me. And I mean, this in comparison to the price of an Anastasia Beverly Hills like eyebrow anything, pretty cheap and pretty good, and it works just as amazing. See, that was super quick. This was just great. It's just a 10. That's what happens when you're a 10. Everything's just great. The next product that I want to talk about now, on Pinterest, this is often compared to the Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. Now, if you know me, you know I love Laura Mercier. Her bronzer, her highlight, her foundation. I love everything. Everything. And I have tried a little bit of the powder. I got a sample of it before, and it, like, your face just comes back to life. Why I don't own it, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's expensive. But this is considered to be a dupe, and this right here is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder in the shade Sheer. This brightens up your whole under eye, so like you're just like, bam, I'm awake. Like, I literally adore this product. I've been using it every single day since I bought it to bake a little bit under my eye, and I just brush it away. It does have some shimmer and some glitter to it, which I find most e.l.f. products do, but if you brush it away enough, it still brightens the eye without leaving like shimmer specks behind. A little goes a long way with this, so even though it's just a little bit in the container, I think this will definitely last a long time. This is a 10 out of 10. It is a definite dupe for that Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. This is amazing. If I choose e.l.f. or over Laura Mercier, which is bae, then that is saying something. This is amazing. This, definitely go to Target, to CVS, wherever the heck you can find e.l.f. and buy it. Just buy it. I am about to go buy myself another one just to have, just in case. Like, this is my new favorite e.l.f. product. Besides those eyeshadows. They're kind of like tied for first. Okay, moving on. So the next two products that I want to go a little bit more in depth about are the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette and the e.l.f. Blush Palette in Light. They have one for more darker skin tones. Now, I absolutely adore these palettes, which are these right here. They are so beautiful. The blushes are super, 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 super pigmented. Like, you have to have the lightest of hand with it. Let me go ahead and swatch that for you so I can show you what I'm talking about. Like, you have to be so careful with these. If not, you will have a lot of color on your face. So this is what the color swatches of the blush palette look like, and as you can see, they're very bright and very pigmented, so you definitely have to have a really light hand with these. I really like to use the e.l.f. Angled blush brush for them. It's like super fluffy, so you can just like dust it on the color lightly and have a really light hand with it because the brush isn't that heavy, so you can just like apply it really softly onto the cheek. This brush is also super amazing for contouring or just applying bronzer because it's so soft. I feel like you can just keep going over that same area and it blends it super nice. Like, I still go in after with my beauty blender to kind of like even it out a little bit. This does a really good job of blending it into your skin and making it look super natural, so definitely would suggest this e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. So as a part of my haul, I also got this pretty little e.l.f. Full Coverage Concealer Brush. Now, what I really liked about this brush was how fluffy it was. At first, when I took it out of the packaging, I was like, I don't think I want to use this for concealing anything. I think I want to use this for highlight. it was just soft and fluffy enough where I thought this will make my highlight look beautiful, and it does. It's really nice for the nose, for applying like a really subtle highlight. I like to use it to apply under my brow bone. It's just a really good, versatile highlighting brush. And I do want to try it as a concealer brush because I've never used a thicker, fluffier brush for my concealer. I like flat brushes for that. So I might go ahead and try it, but I like it so much better as a highlighting brush. Some other e.l.f. brushes that I recommend, might as well just throw them in. These also weren't part of my haul, but I've bought them a while ago. This is the pointed e.l.f. foundation brush, and this is the e.l.f. contouring brush. The e.l.f. contour brush is really soft and works really well with both cream and powder contours. And the pointed foundation brush is just really good at getting foundation on every place on your face. So I highly also recommend these two brushes. I think all my brushes were $6. I don't like the regular white $1 ones because I feel like there's just hair all over the place every time I use them, and these are definitely more on the professional end. I love these. So that was my e.l.f. haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow all my social media handles, which are listed down below. And as always, stay classy. Until next time, bye!